and doing a quick eye raw. Don't really have a specific topic in mind, which, itself has been, kind of a thematic recurring element, right? Did some hit and run highlights yesterday. I could do my next monthly movie recap. I could theoretically do that now. I've been trying to think what edited videos I want to work on next, but hey, what's up, Nicritic? See, it's cloudy out, but I like that because when it's cloudy, it's usually a nice, cool temperature, not cold, not too hot. Could also do some more Walking Dead streams. What's the topic? I don't have one at the moment. I'm just kind of rambling. So if you have anything you want to talk about, feel free. But yeah, I'll do some more Walking Dead stream probably later tonight. Maybe I'll do some Leisure Suit Larry. We'll see. Just a matter of deciding what to do. I'm also thinking of doing some more creepypastas. I did do that awful Conker's Worst Fur Day one the other day. Ugh. Yeah, we're definitely going to watch some more stuff on Red Eye Theater, too. Again, I think this current iteration of Red Eye Theater is the best. I don't know that we'll ever go back to Block 13, because that show's very, it's good for a one-off, but there's not really a whole lot of content to glean from it, I will say, though, skimming through and seeing some of the later episodes, it was weird how they had, like, a whole claymation thing with these aliens. I also need to do some more responses on Walking Dead stuff that, what's his name sent me. That guy who has, like, the Christian Bale avatar. I don't remember what his fucking... You do a creepypasta reading of the Family Guy Death of the Grandmother. It is no doubt the worst creepypasta I've ever read. Oh, yeah? Cooking a new What the Hack episode. Hell yeah, Horizons. Been enjoying that series a lot. Let's see. The milk's the milk. The table's the table. Um... I Yeah, I think monthly movie recap will be coming relatively soon because we've watched a good amount of movies. But yeah, last night we watched Frankenhooker, and that movie was pretty fun. It dragged a little bit. Wasn't exactly how I would do a movie of such a nature, but we'll get more into that in movie recap. But yeah, there's like a Fallout creepypasta that I'm gonna read at one point called Citadel Curse Knights or something that I've heard isn't the greatest, but I'm gonna read it anyway. Frankly, like, I mean, I like Number Station, but it surprises me that that's like the one that like gets the most praise out of any Fallout creepypasta. The Point Lookout one is also like has a lot of cool setup, but it doesn't really do a whole hell of a lot with it. But the thing that I like about that one is it's actually really believable. I was also thinking of doing some Halo Online highlights, but it's hard to determine what to cut out and what to leave in with those streams. Either way, I'm going to use that footage for like random thoughts and whatnot too. Because you can't play Halo Online anymore. Because El Dorito got shut down years ago. But yeah, we saw like the movies I've seen that'll be in this next movie recap will be like 28 years later, the Bone Temple, uh, the Captain Video documentary, Beauty Day, Frankenhooker. What the hell else? I've got a list on my computer. I'm just trying to see from memory what all's in there. Um, oh yeah, Trick or Treat. Cry of the Banshee, which actually sucked. The Conqueror Worm, which was really good. But I do like me some Vincent Price movies. He is a good actor. He's one of my favorites. One of the greats. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get the talking donkey. I almost said donkey instead of zombie. Talking zombie Easter egg in Walking Dead season 3. That reminds me, I also should go back to True Crime: The Streets of L.A. Now, but yesterday I didn't really do a whole lot as far as YouTube because I was hanging out with my brothers most of the day. We were just eating pizza, smoking cigars, and shooting the shit, so that was pretty fun. My brother Danny came over, haven't seen him in a minute, so that was pretty cool. And my friend Theron's been watching The Shield. He's on season 5 now. He's been really liking Kavanaugh as a character. I think Kavanaugh's one of the best characters, so that's pretty cool that he's that far finally. Because he's been taking his sweet ass time to watch through that show. Meanwhile, me and my brother finished season 2 of Sopranos last weekend. So there you go. Now, I've got a bunch of rant ideas planned out too. It's just like having the motivation of when to do them. Like when I'm thinking about the thing, because a lot of the time when I'm thinking of a lot of ideas, I'm at work and I'm like, well, I can't make the video now. And then when I get home, I'm like, eh. What's the rant ideas? I was gonna do one about like lolcow drama slop channels, like ones that do videos and like treat lolcows like they're horrible people. Like, because the thing is, there's a difference, right? There's different degrees. Some lolcows are terrible people, but there's a lot that aren't. So like the kind of like awful festering channels that treated King Cobra JFS like he was a bad person, for instance, right? I was also going to talk about how I don't like Kino Casino, but I also don't want people to think that I'm piling on because of the shit right now with the quartering, because everyone involved in that is a faggot on both sides. um, so I don't really care about that. Like it's just people I don't like going after other people I don't like. I'll probably still mention it. I just don't want people to think, oh, he's talking about this because of the shit with the quartering. Because, like, I don't care about any of that. Like, I don't like the quartering either, and I don't like Kino Casino. But I've been planning to do a rant about them for a while. I will say, one thing that does drive me nuts is some of the people who are coming out talking about it. The locals that are just stupid are harmless and are way better and interesting than the terrible people. I agree. Like, there's only so much you can get out of fucking a piece of shit like Cyrax, right? Like, King Cobra JFS is a guy you actually root for and wanted to, like, be happy, right? But anyway, yeah, some of the people, like, I've seen coming out on Twitter, like, one of the things I think is cringe is people saying, but you see, he stole content and just put a little, thing at the beginning, which yeah, it's cringe short slop that the quartering was making, and yeah, like I said, he's a flaggot and also like not a fucking entertaining guy at all. But like those are still like I would still think those are technically fair use if we're being completely honest and fair, because Sargon literally reposted a clip of this chick's content and just put a title on it insulting her, and that was ruled to be fair use in court. Or they'll like talk about how he like threatened Tim Pool when he was like not talking negatively about Eliza Blue, and it's like, yeah, it was cringe that he did that, but Eliza Blue was also a piece of shit. So that's what I mean, though. Like everyone involved in this whole quartering thing is cringe, so I don't like any of them. Pie Guy Rules is live streaming right now, and so is fugativeredeye. This day has just got great. Okay, Andy. What's up, Kenny? Lee, is that you? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what character you'd be in that universe, right? You'd be a new character. See, you know who I think would be good friends. Yeah, you're Lino. Lino, that's pretty good. But you know, what'd be really funny is like you got revitiligo. Damn circus. That's true. Lee is pretty based. He does have that revitiligo. He's got that revitiligo. But I think a crossover with like Kenny from The Walking Dead and Burt Gummer from Tremors would be a really good crossover. I think they'd be friends. You know, Burt Gummer was like a running thing that me and my friend Spencer used to joke about a lot and like make like bits about because he's cool. Damn, that's actually spot on. I forgot how cool that character is. Yeah, no, Burt Gummer's awesome. That's why I hate Tremors 7, the one that kills him off, because it kills him off in such a retarded way. I don't view Tremors 5, 6, or 7 as canon. I view 1 through 4 in the TV show as canon. But yeah, Shrieker Island like kills him off in the most unceremonious way. It's so cringe. Like, granted, like the way that he dies is the most Burt way to die. I'll give him that because like he runs up and flips it off as it eats him, but it's still stupid. I've never seen the show. Oh, the show's good. I have it on DVD. We watched a little bit on Red Eye Theater. Maybe I'll show you some sometime. It's really good. Like my favorite piece of Tremors media is a specific episode of the show called A Little Paranoia Among Friends. Because the whole episode is where Bert goes to this town where all these people have all these alien conspiracy theories that they're making about the graboids, and like they won't let the government come in and deal with them. And Bert himself is a hardcore conspiracy theorist, right? And he hates the government, but the government basically recruits him to go in and deal with it, but they won't let him in because they think he's a government guy. And Bert himself, like, there's a scene where he's like, "There is no government conspiracy," and then he looks up and he's like, "What the fuck am I saying?" Because that's like the most un-Bert thing to say. Like, it's a whole, like, role reversal thing where he has to convince people who are, like, theorizing even more than him that, no, just let me kill these things. Yeah, and, he actually looks kind of like Kenny, too. Yeah, exactly. Especially season 1 Kenny when he just had the mustache. I really liked that part where you were just playing like Brothers Grunt with like music over the top on one of your Walking Dead streams. I was tempted to make a highlight of that and call it Gruntcore. Do you remember the context for that? Like why you played Brothers Grunt? It's because like the credits were playing and we didn't know that the autosave would like just let you start the next chapter with no problems, which it does. So luckily you can skip credits by just quitting and going back in. But we didn't know that at the time, so you were playing music because you were like, fuck this credit music. And then, yeah, then you put Brothers Grunt over the top, and it synced up really well. It was like a Brothers Grunt AMV almost. I don't know why, but I found that really funny, just how well it synced up. Yeah, here I got one of those Gurkha test tube cigars, the ones that come in the glass tube with like the wax top that you got to tear off. These ones are pretty good. You might do some Walking Dead later. Hell yeah, I'll be there for that today. I also might do some Walking Dead later. Continue my season 3 playthrough. My second season 3 playthrough, because I played through it once before with one season 2 ending. Now I'm doing it with another. I'm also trying to keep a couple characters alive that died in my first playthrough. Because that's one thing season 3 doesn't get enough credit for, is because, you know, like, Walking Dead a lot of the time will have, oh, if you save this character, they're just going to die in, like, an episode or two, right? Like, they have done that before. Or, like, in one case, which you'll see later, there's one character that you save, and then they just die, like, 15 minutes later if you save them. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't think it'll bother you, because it's a character you don't particularly like, and there's a chance you don't even save them, but... Thinking, yeah, lots of immediate deaths in season 2 so far. Oh yeah, season 2 has a lot of cheap deaths. That's one thing it has a lot of. There's one that really pisses me off in episode 4 that you'll see that happens off screen, and that's why it pisses me off so much. Because it was a character that I actually liked. But like, luckily it wasn't like one of the top tier like characters that like is super fleshed out, but it is like one of the season 2 characters that I'm like, I liked this guy, damn it. There's another death in season 5 that's even more cheap, so, or episode 5, I mean. But that's the thing, like, you know, that's how it would be in that kind of world, right? Death isn't something that waits for a cinematic moment, right? That's why it doesn't really bother me as much as it bothers some people. Like, season 1 had, like, Chuck's death, which was kind of cheap, right? The homeless guy, he was pretty cool. But at least, like, he kind of did what he needed to do plot-wise. Wasn't bothered by any of the deaths so far, I don't think. Yeah, no, I figured you weren't. There's one that you might be like, oh, that sucked. That guy was kind of cool. There's one that you might have that reaction, but I don't really think you'll care that much. Because ultimately, even though episode 5 has some of the most bullshit, like, has, like, a lot of cheap deaths in it, the ending is really good. Like, episode 5 is the strongest episode of season 4, so... And episode 4 has a really good moment, too. Like, I think season 2 is really underrated, honestly. Like, a lot of people hate on season 2. I love it. Like, I wish they'd have spent more time with Carver, like, maybe done, like, an episode or two, like, fully inside Carver's camp and have that be, like, I mean, they did one episode, right? But I would have liked maybe a little bit more of that. But even with how quick it is, I think they handled it well. And Kenny beating Carver to death with the crowbar is fucking awesome. There's also a similar death in season 3 where you can beat this guy to death with a baseball bat that you smash his fucking brains all over the floor. It's pretty cool. I know what you mean with the feeling short inside Carver's base, but I was glad I got out of there quick. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is realistically, if your characters want to get the hell out of there, right? Like, because the whole time you've been there, Kenny's been looking for a way to escape, and obviously none of the others want to be there either, so it makes sense that you'd make a plan and get out of there. I think it's funny Carver just straight up has a paying attention camp, right? I get you. Paying attention. I like that. That's clever. It really teaches people how to concentrate. You know, the guy who voiced Carver is the same guy who played Mr. Blonde in Reservoir Dogs. He died, like, last year, I think. When my friend played season 2, he got really distracted by the, he was a bad mofo in real life, if it's who I'm thinking about. Yeah, Michael Madsen. Yeah, he was cool. Um, but, yeah, my friend got really distracted by the Indian guy, you know, Reggie, the one who gets thrown off the roof, because Reggie was played by some guy that he recognized, and he would not shut up about it. And I'm like, I'm so glad Reggie's gonna die quick so you can stop fucking talking about it being that damn actor. My friend gets really distracted by stupid shit like that. It was some Indian, so I couldn't care less who played him. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Corbin? Ooh. Yeah, this thing's hitting me kind of hard right now. That's good. Just got back home? Oh, okay. I really just locked in as the people I can rely on being Kenny and the orange shirt white guy. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing is the only ones who have any sort of leadership potential are Kenny and Luke, and I think Kenny is miles above Luke. Because Luke himself, I don't think commits enough, you know? The Southern guy somewhat, but he's kind of a fuck up. Oh, yeah, yeah, Nick is great. I do like Nick. Okay, I like how Andy's just like, sounds about right to the whatever fucking emojis he posted. Yeah. I heard Block 13 was made in response to South Park being banned in Kuwait. Yes, it was. I found like the first episode of Block 13 with like this English fan dub, and it's less funny, you know, without the like. I mean, it's not less funny. It's just it's not all that like. The thing about Block 13 is it's more of an intrigue, right? It's interesting to just take a look at, but it's not something that has like staying power, you know? But I will say, like I said, skimming through like episode like 14 or whatever had what's it called? Had like a claymation segment that I thought was kind of cool when I was skimming through it. I'm like, that's interesting. Claymation South Park would be cool. Well, it wasn't even like the South Park type characters though. It was like they did a claymation segment with these weird green alien creatures that was kind of cool. Ugh. Ugh. These wooden steps are very uncomfortable. I want to see claymation South Park. Yeah, that's the thing about these shitty obscure shows. They start doing impressive stuff later on, but you got to read through some absolute dog shit to get it. Or tread through some absolute dog shit to get it. Yeah. Oh, by the way, apparently the reason he freaked out and like knocked his sister down was because she like tattled to him for eating too much or something. Because she's like, "Mama, Abul's eating again," and that's when he gets mad and like knocks her off the bed. That's when he makes that sound, you know. Blah. Arab Cartman is Sigma. Yeah. You know, the interesting part is, you know, original Cartman had a sister in the original unaired version of Cartman Gets an Anal Probe. Muslim noise? Yeah, exactly. What the hell are Muslim noises? Yeah, these wooden steps are really not the most comfortable chair. There's a South Park version of everything. It's like The Simpsons. Yeah. I saw this like this video on YouTube that was like an independent animation that this old guy did. That was like a that Arab Cartman screaming and throwing his sister should be my intro or outro. Okay, Corbin. But what was I saying? Anyway, this video I saw was this guy talking about South Park, saying like, "Congratulations on 200 episodes," and then like the Griffins show up, like Brian Griffin's like, "And don't forget to watch Family Guy," and the guy kills all of the Griffin family members in a similar way to the way Quagmire kills all the Simpsons in that one Family Guy joke. You know that joke that pussies say is like too far. You know, it's funny. When I was editing the highlights for my Simpsons Hit and Run, like the latest highlights I did, there were multiple parts in that stream where I was shit talking Family Guy, and I just cut out all those moments and left in anytime I praised it. I don't know the context, but that's awesome. I'll show you. It's a good Family Guy joke. shit. Ugh. Seriously, these wooden stairs suck. They are not comfortable. Hey, Tone, why they got wooden stairs? Rabbit Waffles, you should make your intro Skrillex. The only Skrillex song I can think of is that one that goes, "Call 911 now." Just because of that one Beavis and Butthead episode where they, like, reacted to it. One of my favorite jokes in that Beavis and Butthead, because, like I said, the 2011 thing did the music video segments way better than the old series, and with the 2011 one, there's like a part where the guy yells, "Call 911 now," and Butthead's like, "Okay, that's really cool, anything, but if he's yelling into a phone, why isn't he just calling 911 himself? And who is he telling to call 911?" And then he's like, what are we gonna do? What are they gonna do anyway? What are you gonna tell them? Like, I told my niece she couldn't see the new Frozen movie, so she started bending time and space with her psychic powers. Kind of think if it was Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, a Skrillex song too. Like that one that everyone used to use in YouTube intros, you know, that one that goes do 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 do. Rapid waffle, rapid waffin, yeah. Yeah, that's the call 911 one. Oh, okay. I think, fuck, dude, I don't know. Also, that guy Deadmau5 made the exact same shit. Yeah. Well, that weird, like, dubstep era all kind of sounds the same, you know? Here, Block 13 has some spin-off shows, by the way. Even the Arabic like to milk that stuff, too. Well, yeah, they have, like, 3 spin-offs of it. Dubstep is better than modern music. I agree. Modern music shit. So, I mean, I'd take that era in a heartbeat. Like, old cringe is better than new cringe, you know? Now, when I think of dubstep, though, I think of, the dubstep gun from Saints Row 4. You know that one that goes, doo, pew, pew, pew. Dubstep is modern music. I mean, in a sense, yeah, but it is also from, like, 10 years ago. A dubstep gun was a cool weapon in, Dubstep isn't modern, it's modern in the sense modernism is modern. Okay. But what I was saying is, the dubstep gun is a pretty interesting weapon in Saints Row 4. Even though I have my gripes with Saints Row 4, it did have some interesting concepts. It basically took a GTA clone series and made it into a prototype and Infamous clone series. I mean, because modernism is from, like, the 40s? Yeah. Yeah, but dubstep's more modern than that. Like, I mean, it really just depends on what we're defining as modern. Because dubstep was, like, 10 years ago. So in the grand scheme of all music, I could see you qualifying it as relatively modern, you know? But at the same time, it is from like 10 years ago. I'll tell you this, I'd rather listen to some dubstep slop than like Post Malone or some cringe like that. I don't know if that's sent. Probably not. Like, the last thing I saw from you before that is nigga dubstep is modern music. So YouTube's probably being autistic again. Sounds like my brother Trevor just got here. OST music still reigns supreme. I agree. Soundtrack music is what I listen to typically. Mainstream music has been shit for a long time. True. Alright, tell you what, I'm gonna wrap this Red Eye Raw up and then probably hop in Discord or something. Talk to you guys later.